Going. All right. So we are good to go. All right. Someone give me a countdown real quick. Just jump start it. Give me a pump up.
Huh?
Pump me up. Someone pump me up. Give me a countdown. Just let's go. Let's do this.
All right. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is the F Team Podcast with your host, the Jacked Nerd. And unfortunately, we do not have a guest tonight. Two of the guests I tried to get lined up, they one had some personal things going on. He had to attend to his collection, which is very understandable in the realm of figure collecting. And the other guest, unfortunately, he had other things going on. Hopefully, next month we will have a guest. Anyways, before we continue any further, this is the Halloween special. So we can talk about any horror movies and or other spooky movies we have seen or watched. How we can talk about even terrible movies like what Chris was talking about last month, which he should have talked about this month. But anyways, before our resident jerky man joins us, I have joining me Starpool and Lieutenant Dan. They are Tyler and Dan. So we'll start with Dan. Dan, how are you doing? What did you get anything new game wise? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Just a long month of work, endless work. Didn't really add much. I added 3 extra games to my collection. So just again, box set of Super Nintendo games. Pretty much one's the Mario RPG, if anyone ever remembers that. If you even know what that is. Then I got Porky Pig's Halloween Special or Adventure or something, I think. Or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gaia the Illusion.
Right. I hear you.
That's pretty much it that I added to it.
Nice. So also joining me on this Halloween special and Wild Ride, we have Tyler Pickup. Tyler, how you doing, buddy? And what did you get this month?
I'm actually doing great. So first of all, what I got is not even collectible related. It is life related. I finally got a badass job at the original Keller Appliance up in Keller. It's in Keller, Texas, and it's really cool. The guys are cool to work with. I have really cool and laid back bosses. As long as I'm working and I'm not like slacking off, they don't care what I do. Like they don't even care if I watch. They don't even care if I watch YouTube and or listen to music while I clean the appliances. They just care if I do it, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still learning some stuff there and everything like that. I'm not a perfect salesman, but I'm learning, and I think I'm getting the hang of it, of selling and bringing people up and everything like that. But outside of that, I got let's see here, action figure wise, I had a shitload of 6-inch figures. Let's start with the pre-orders I got. So I got the SH Figuarts, and there probably are some before these, but these are just the ones off the top of my head that I remember. So the SH Figuarts, Star Wars The Mandalorian, Beskar Mandalorian, and the Child, or as we all like to call him for the memes, Baby Yoda. And they're really cool figures. I did mod them some, but I won't get into it because I don't want to be too chatty. So I got them. I also got, finally, after God knows how long, the Black Widow movie, SH Figuarts, Black Widow and Taskmaster, and they are fucking nice. Honestly, they're like some of my favorite SH Figuarts figures. So I got them, and John kind of hates me for this, but I also got the SH Figuarts. I also got the SH Figure Arts Loki from Avengers, and he hates me for it because he still hasn't got his.
Just freaking just take a goddamn sharp spear and just take that damn Loki scepter and just stab me through the fucking chest. I don't care anymore. Fuck. God, just oh.
This is payback for Taskmaster, bitch.
Fuck you. Fuck you, buddy.
I hope you get to Loki eventually, dude.
Yeah, I hope so too.
But got Loki. I also got Cat Bane and Toby 360 and I wanted both of them because, and I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but basically, I wanted both of them from the Clone Wars animated line for 3 inch. But they got too expensive, so I was like, it's not worth it to me. So to get them in the Black Series, a 6-inch scale line that I collect, I was like, yes, I'll take them. And not proud of the price I paid for them on eBay, but, Hasbro would produce more. Maybe I wouldn't have had to do that. But anyway, I got them, and then I made a GameStop run a couple days ago, and the GameStop run I made was really successful, if you ask me. I got 5 Marvel Legends, which were the 2-pack of Magneto and Professor X from the Fox movies. I got the Deadpool 2 Domino, which is amazing. I got the Spider-Man Retro Carded series, Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker, and I'm going to use those for customs. I'm not sure what to do with them for sure yet, but I have something really cool planned for them. And then I did get 2 new Black Series figures. Well, one was a re-release, but I got the re-release photoreal edition of Sabine Wren because I want to take the head and put it with my old Sabine, because, it's still a good figure, even though it's a few years old. And I want to take the new Sabine and turn it into Bo-Katan from Star Wars The Clone Wars. So that's going to be awesome and a fun experience because I've done armored characters which were the clones. I won't get into it because I don't want to be too chatty, but it'll be interesting because I've never done a Mandalorian. Like I said, I've done clones, but I've never done a Mandalorian. And I have done, I have also gotten the Skywalker Strikes UK Comic Con exclusive Luke Skywalker, and it's basically Yavin Ceremony Luke without the medal, and instead he has a shitload of accessories. He's got the Defender pistol, which is the pistol that Leia used in the beginning of A New Hope. He's got the Skywalker saber. He's got the training droid with the deflecting blast effect. He's got the helmet with a blast shield down, and he's got the journal, and he's for the journal of old Ben Kenobi. And like I said, it was a UK Comic Con exclusive, I believe, and that sucker was originally $40. I got him at GameStop for 25 and change. So, and that's pretty much all I have for now. This week I don't plan on getting anything, or this next week I don't plan on getting anything. I'm trying to build up my bank account, not tear it down. If I did grab anything else, though, I may grab the Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Deadpool 2-pack. But other than that, I'm saving until not the next one, but the paycheck after that to, get some other Black Series figures I want. So yeah.
Nice. That was a lot.
But I'm trying to get better at not rambling, and I think I did better this time at talking about what all I got, because I can ramble for days, and I don't want to do that.
You do ramble a lot, dude. It's like, dude, we get it. You're excited. It's all good. We all get excited too. Well, hopefully Chris shows up here pretty soon. It's just kind of kind of feel a little lost without him, just a little bit. But hopefully he gets his happy ass here. But let's see here.
Hey,
What's that?
real quick, can I say why I'm trying? Why the biggest reason is I'm trying to contain the rambling.
Yeah, sure.
Real
Go ahead.
quick. And it's not a big deal. It's just I do want to address it. One of my coworkers, cool guy. He is a cool dude and everything. It's just when he tries to help me with stuff, he did do the same thing, and it confused the hell out of me. And now I realize I probably confused the shit out of you and everyone else.
Yeah.
Out of you guys and everyone else. So it's better
Don't
to
worry,
just
I'm just confused in general.
same.
Oh yeah.
But it's just, to me, it's just better if I just condense it down to the important stuff, to the points, I guess I should say, and then if the details matter, maybe splice them in later, or I don't know, I guess save them in for another time, or whatever,
Right.
or the show notes.
Right.
So.
Let me just gather my thoughts here for a second. That was a lot to do. So I'll just get to me real quick, and then we'll continue to move on. Let's see here. So this month was pretty big, especially for the channel. I want to say a quick special thank you to the new subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. About a week ago, we finally hit 300 subscribers on the YouTube channel. I appreciate the support. I appreciate some of y'all watching the live stream. Once in a while, I do, and I appreciate my friends Tyler, Chris, and Dan here to join me on these excellent shows that we do. And so I think if it wasn't for you guys, I think the channel wouldn't be as well, because this is also your guys' channel too, because we do this every once in a month where we can catch up, shoot the shit, and just have a good time. So to get to the stuff I recently got, so first off, one of my some of the things I do in my life, I really try to keep it on the down low on the channel. I recently got the bonus money from it, and one of the couple purchases I made was a couple Iron Man concave from Concave Studios. A lot of them have die-cast metal in them and LED lighting in it. It's just look freaking glorious. I got Gamma and Blue Steel. They're two different versions of the Iron Man armor from Iron Man 3. I like Gamma a lot better. I guess it's because the head moves better and the look is more really out there for how massive the monstrosity it is itself. Blue Steel's not bad, but the head can move a little bit better, to be honest. I also got the movie masterpiece Ratchet. That was sometime earlier ago this month, and it's a really cool figure. I like it a lot. Funny story how that happened. I actually went to the Target and asked a guy, like, hey, do you have this in stock? Like, hey, all right, let me go look. So I went, looked, and bada bing, bada boom. And that was earlier this month. I got a brand new jacket from the Fonz Army Surplus store up in Janesville, Wisconsin. So that's really cool. I really like it. It's very comfortable. And one of the biggest purchases I have ever made is an AR-15. I shot it today. Fucking love it. Love the smell of the carbon. Love the smell of the spent gunpowder. Was just baller. Pure baller. And see here.
The smell of America.
Oh, hell yeah, that smell. America. Also, I fixed my truck, so that was one of the number one things to do with the bonus money I got. So that's the first thing I did was actually get my truck fixed. now I'm just kind of just leaving it sit. If I do make any, trying to make sure that account stays high, and I'm planning on it with the thing I do. When I get more money from it, I'm going to probably start splitting it up, going savings account 1 month, primary account the next month, so go back and forth with it to make sure it's a nice steady stream and stability of funds coming in. And also, I just got to make sure that I try to make sure I save a little bit of money here and there, as much as possible. And adulting sucks. So that is pretty much about it. I do have a couple other things coming in the next week or so, which I will definitely harp on November's show. So that's about it.
Sweet.
Good night, everybody. We're done. We're just done. Just kidding.
No, fuck you. But I am editing a spooky picture. Is it okay if I gather some spooky pictures or whatever? And
dude, it's fucking Halloween. It's fucking Halloween. Do it. Hold on. I gotta turn my video on. Hold on. Wait. Is it working? Did it work? Okay. I literally fucking just got into the Halloween spirit and painted myself as fucking Beetlejuice.
I thought you were either Joker, a zombie, or zombie Joker.
How do you give Joker from this?
White face.
Yeah, true, I
Black
guess.
around the eyes.
Yeah, true, I guess. Yeah.
You look like a white chick that just got facialed by 10 dudes.
Wow, that's fucked up, dude. Jesus Christ.
And then just woke up in the morning.
Wow.
I kid.
It's all good. Oh shit. All right. Okay. So, does anyone have any news? I mean, I got a little bit of news I could talk about, but you guys got any news before I talk about the stuff I want to talk about, or anything? Any news?
I mean, I'm single because, and that kind of leads to asshole of the month.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll save the assholes of the month for our segment assholes of the month. Which actually a lot of the segment for asshole of the month is going to be like a lot of assholes. I guess for some news to harp on is that I think the presidential debate was Thursday. I guess that's kind of fresh in everybody's mind. I don't know if anyone talked about it, but I'm pretty sure
Gotta get political.
Yeah, I know. I said I'm not going to try to get too political. I'm trying not to. Let's see here. One of the news things that I recently was reading about is that Disney is starting to think about putting Black Widow on their premiere access for the Black Widow movie. So
Fucking time.
I mean, for one, to me it feels like movie theaters are starting to phase out because we got these streaming services that are out there.
Fuck that.
What's that?
Say fuck that.
Fuck that, because people still like going to the movies and stuff. I mean, honestly, I wish Haley, my girlfriend and I were.
No, because they're gonna put it behind a paywall.
Exactly, yeah, and that paywall
with the Mulan movie.
Yeah, it was like about almost 30. It was like $30 to watch the Mulan movie. It was like almost you're almost paying that. In a way, you're almost paying that same
monthly, and then you have to pay an extra 30.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like you're paying for going to the movies, not just paying for the ticket, but also getting popcorn, something to drink, and yeah, it gets to almost that point about $30 or so. So it's. I mean, I want to see the movie in theaters. I want to see it with with either one of my buddies from just one of my buddies or one of you guys or something. Just go watch the movie and just enjoy the freaking get that Marvel kick in from because I mean I haven't got my Marvel kick and I don't know if Dan's a huge MCU guy, but I mean one's to its own, I mean yeah.
I watched them at home.
Right, and yeah, oh, nice.
Yeah, if you could do me a favor and put those in the show notes so that, or I don't know if you could screen share them. So.
We'll just put them in the group, and then we'll add the fucking link to the Facebook for people and shit like that, so they can actually see the photo and see the photos. And what other news? What other news happened? Shit. What other news is there? Fuck. Usually Chris has a lot of news and. I guess one of the things is that I mean, like I was saying about Marvel, we are probably gonna get somewhat of a Marvel kick here in the next couple of months with WandaVision. So, I personally I can't wait for the show. I mean, I think it's gonna be interesting to see how everything is going to connect later on in the MCU, especially in Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. So it's really going to be intriguing to see how that transpires into what we're going to see in Doctor Strange 2. So, yeah.
So apparently, this is something that we discussed last show, I think.
Okay.
I think it was the Adam family, right?
Yeah, the Adam family. Yeah.
So apparently, Tim Burton's prepping for a live action one back on the TV.
He's gonna do it on TV, or is he gonna actually do it in the
No, it's heading back to TV.
Oh, the show. Yeah, they're making. Yeah, he's trying to make he's making a show and putting it on TV.
Oh, that'd be fun if it's written right, at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's, if we're gonna learn anything from any of the Addams Family's the original show and the movies too, not the recent one in that third one that Chris talked about in the last show, is that.
Yeah, so it looks like Tim Burton's coming back.
Yeah, and then Tim Burton, he's a pretty good director. I mean, he's pretty good at what he does, and especially of how.
He was the producer of the. Wasn't he the producer of the previous one? The movies, or no?
I don't think he was. I don't think so. But I mean, if he does, and he knows how to make things very surreal, like that they're not even like very strange and peculiar. So if he does something like that, it's going to be very interesting to see how that goes. And I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Looks like it might be Netflix that's going to have it.
Netflix is just reaming out
looks
content.
Like they're doing bids, and Netflix is the leader of it.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be.
Didn't Netflix just recently lost like a bunch of subscribers too?
I wouldn't be surprised. They freaking came out with cuties. So.
Yeah, true. Man, that's pretty fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand why Netflix would do that though. I mean, I don't know if you guys would know or have any kind of. Man,
that's stupid. I don't know. Because Because of Teal.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see how popular TLC is, so
Right.
they're like, oh, this was a popular TV show. Let's see if we can do that on Netflix.
Yeah.
No, they're thinking money, not logically.
Yep. I mean, everyone wants to get a piece of that dough. You know, it's always money, 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 and I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like fuck. It's like everybody just wants to get a quick buck out there, and they just want to, like you were saying with the Adams. Was that?
Mm-hmm. No, keep going.
It's like you're saying with the Adams family. I mean, the first, they did the original show, which the original show is a classic because I enjoy it. There are some times where I don't know. Sometimes I go on YouTube and just watch a little bit of clips of the original show. The movies that they made back in, I think it was the early '90s, those were very enjoyable. The first and second one, and then this newer one. I didn't see that third one that Chris was talking about last month, but this this new one, the animated one, just looked like complete and utter trash. I mean,
Well, the animated one is okay-ish.
I haven't seen
I
it
saw
because
a
to
thing
me,
complaining about it or whatever. I don't know. It's them trying to appeal to both kids and adults, which isn't really a good combo.
No, it isn't.
I mean, I've seen a couple things regarding like the third one. I think was the Adams Family. Which one was the one that he was talking about, the reunion or something?
Yeah, Adams Family reunion. Yeah, with Tim Curry.
I've never seen it, and I've seen a thing where they pretty much like you probably cannot find copies of it anywhere.
It's probably just so terrible that people just don't even want to put it out there. I mean, it makes perfect sense because you got, I mean, I guess Tim Curry is an all right actor. I mean, he's got some good stuff out there, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I might be wrong, but I mean, yeah,
Yeah, and sometimes, I mean, it really does depend on kind of what it is because I've seen some things that are made for both kids and adults work, like I mean, I don't know if I'd really count the Clone Wars, but that if you want to count it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it is difficult to make stuff that's enjoyable for both age groups.
Right.
It's just easier to do one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I just sensed that picture of R2, and it is dark in the picture, but you can see Ink Bendy behind him, creeping up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like from the Bendy in the Ink Machine game. So,
right.
Speaking of which, since it's Halloween related, and that's like a horror survival game,
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of want to talk about that a little bit. So, and I don't think any of you have even heard of it or are a fan of it or whatever, but there's this game called Bendy and the Ink Machine, and long story short, it's about one of the creators, Henry Stein, getting a letter from the owner of the studio, Joey Drew, and Joey Drew tells Henry, "Hey, come back to the studio," and so Henry goes back, and then I don't know how he gets trapped in this infinite time loop, but he's trapped in this infinite time loop, and he's in this infinite time loop because I guess Joey is trying to tell him, hey, you gotta keep this ink demon that we created at bay, which is Bendy, because how they created Bendy was, long story short, Joey wanted to make a Bendy theme park. he hired a company called Gens to make an ink machine that would make life-size, real versions of the characters. But the problem was they needed a soul to, be like us, live, to, not be a mindless monster.
Mm-hmm.
So, in regards to that, because in the Dreams Come to Life book, one of his newest employees, Buddy, released Bendy from the infirmary. Bendy started running around loose in the studio, and now that Bendy is trapped in this inky prison that is the ink machine, along with Buddy, who was then reincarnated as Boris the Wolf because he basically ran around as a gopher delivering stuff to different departments. In the game, everyone becomes a character. Like the voice actresses for Alice Angel, Susie Campbell, and Allison Kendall. They after their soul went through the ink machine. They became Alice Angel. Allison became good Alice, and because Susie was was in a dark place, she became evil Alice. So that's why half her face looked like it was all melted and fucked up. If you do a Google search on all this.
Cool.
And so that being said, Buddy became Boris, Thomas Connor became Boris the Wolf, and so on and so forth. And yeah, it's a crazy game, and you pretty much just keep playing the game in a continuous loop and just keep finding all kinds of crazy secrets, which is kind of cool. It can be annoying in theory, but it's a cool concept. And there's a kind of a sequel, not really a sequel, but not really a prequel game. It's like
oh my god, dude, Jesus Christ.
An additional game to the existing game called Bendy in the Dark Survival, where you play as Audrey. Her character isn't really known right now, but you play as her, and you try to basically break the time loop. So it's an interesting. It should have been out like months to a year ago, but the reason why the Meatly that's the company that's working on it, the Meatly. The reason why they haven't put it out yet is because they're trying to make all 5 chapters into one game. And
right.
So instead of releasing them episodically like the last game, you get all 5 chapters in the game, so you just play through and marathon it if you want to, which is honestly really cool. So, but yeah, I mean those are the basics on the whole Bendy universe. It's dark. It's inky and slimy.
It sounds confusing as hell.
It's confusing as hell, but if you watch some of the lore videos, it does make sense, and I highly recommend. If you do, I highly recommend Super Horror Bros. He has some great. Great theory videos and all kinds of stuff on Bendy and the Ink Machine, and even a few theories about Bendy and the Dark Survival of what has been shown so far. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into too much more detail because
you're
I'm trying to get better at rambling. So, yeah, there you go.
Nice. So, one of the since it is almost Halloween, it's going to be Halloween in the next 6 days, give or take. There has been a new movie by Adam Sandler called Hubie Halloween. Has anyone seen that yet?
I did, and I honestly really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, Dan.
I have it's on my list of something.
How dare you, sir?
It's actually really good. I mean, it's funny that that in the movie there's so many connections to Adam Sandler's past movies. Like at the beginning of the movie, you see Ben Stiller. So if you've seen Happy Madison, he is the orderly. He played the orderly in that movie, and then in Hubie Halloween, he plays the orderly at the mental institution. And then later on, you see a kid with the last name O'Doyle, and the name O'Doyle came from was it Billy Madison. In Billy Madison, where he's like, "Oh, Doyle rules." So that was a nice nod too. And it's funny that Adam Sandler was saying something like he wants to do a Sandler verse, kind of like you got the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he wants to do a Adam Sandler cinematic universe.
Merge all of his egos together.
Yeah. It's fucking great. Just all of a sudden, just have him do his Nicky impression, like, "Oh hey guys, it's me, Nicky." Oh my god. And then
honestly, I would love it.
And then all of a sudden you got Happy Gilmore with a golf club, goes up to little Nick, is like, "What the hell are you?" And is just pissed off or some shit like that. And what's even funnier is that the girl that really liked Hubie, it was really had the hots for him, she wanted to fuck him every day in and day out. She actually was the one girl and love interest in Happy Gilmore. So knowing that was a nice little tie-in in the movie itself, that was really cool. I mean, just finding out these little Easter eggs here and there and stuff like that. And then, I mean, honestly, it was an enjoyable movie. It really was, and I really hope that Adam Sandler really starts to be like, hey, maybe I need to, try to get some of these movies, some of these other movie ideas I have on Netflix, or try to do a huge movie in the theaters. Like Kevin James is like, hey, do Waterboy 2, like a second Waterboy movie.
Here's the thing: for how movies are now being made and being released, I wouldn't be surprised if they freaking start just doing a second series of the freaking movies from the 90s.
Right.
Waterboy 2 is definitely something that could possibly happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I see no reason why it couldn't. I mean, okay, so regarding the movie stuff, I'm looking up some new stuff that I'm finding. So I don't know if you've seen the movie Coming to America.
Yes, I have seen that movie.
So apparently there's going to be a second one, and Amazon is the one that bought it from.
God damn it! I don't have Amazon Prime, so I can't fucking watch it. Fuck.
From Paramount, so yeah. So that's being remade, or that's a second one is being made. Sorry for, I hate that Hollywood's like this now. I really do.
Oh, definitely.
All they're doing is just taking the stuff that they made a lot of money years ago, and they're just not coming up with new stuff. Yeah. It's just old shit. That's all it is. It's all they come up with.
Yeah.
There's a handful of new stuff, but everything else is just old.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know if you guys are, but look, keep the good stuff there. You can rewatch it. I hate them ruining stuff, trying to make a second years later.
Right. I mean, I agree with you, Dan, on that. But at the same time, it's Hollywood is just running low on ideas. It's like they're going back into that tank. Like I don't think we talked about this on the show, but
I don't think it's them running out of ideas. It's them trying to make big buck money with low effort and low cost. That's all it is, really. If you think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they really wanted new stuff, they could easily do that.
Right.
But what's the safer route? Trying something new, or taking something that from years ago that they know worked and see if they can get a second series or whatever to work again. They're gonna go that route because they're thinking money. They're not thinking, hey, let's put new stuff out there. No.
Right.
They're thinking, what's going to give us the most profit with the least amount of work and the least amount of risk,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at Disney. With them making the live action stuff.
Oh, yeah,
they tried it once, and they're going to do it for every single thing they have.
Oh, yeah.
Because they know it works, and it's not that big of a risk.
Yeah. I mean, with their recent live action movie, I heard a lot of backlash on that. I mean, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy Mulan, so did my girlfriend. And just knowing what the dark history that it also has with it, of saying there's possibly something behind in the back scenes of that movie, but I'm not going to get, like I said, I'm not going to get political tonight. And it's just crazy.
That's just how it is. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. But I mean, overall, I enjoyed the film. I really did. But after knowing what I learned, I'm like, Jesus Christ, I cannot believe that. But
I never watched any of the live action other ones, and I don't plan on watching this one. So I'll watch the originals.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the original Lion King is so much far superior than the remake. The remake is just complete and utter trash. I hated the remake. It just...
I have no reason to watch the same thing again, just with higher quality. I mean,
right.
That's all.
Now here's the thing, and sorry, I'm eating, so if I sound like if my pauses are a little long, I apologize.
So you're saying it's going to sound like you have a cock in your mouth?
No. Smart ass.
Cock and balls.
Fuck you. Fuck all of you. But no, what I was going to say was, so I would only, and like my favorite Walt Disney movie is Lilo and Stitch. I would only watch a live action remake of Lilo and Stitch or any movie just for the visuals. Other than that, like you guys are saying, I don't need to see it because it's the same thing, except for with Mulan, which was nothing like the animated version.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, the Lilo and Stitch, I like that movie. I ain't gonna watch the live action version. Yeah. I'm sticking with the original.
I mean,
I mean, sure. I agree. It probably will look better and etc. It might be just as good. I just don't want to feed into their idea of not coming up with new stuff.
Right.
Right, and I totally agree with that. And like I said, the only reason why I would really watch a live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch is for the visuals. That's it. Because again, what's the point of watching it if you already know what you're getting into?
Right. But
exactly.
Yeah,
it's Disney. Come up with more stuff.
Yeah.
You have the money.
Yeah, it's like with Pixar, for example. I mean, their sub company, even though it's Walt Disney, it's Disney. Those ideas are so much more fresher and original. And when they do like an idea of say, hey, let's remake the Lion King into live action, like we'll get James Earl Jones as Mufasa again, and then of course James Earl Jones as Mufasa again, his second coming as Mufasa was just so stagnant and stale. it was just a dull performance on his part. And then you got these Pixar movies that just and these other timeless classic animated movies by Disney that those ideas seem so much more original than digging through that pile and being like, oh yeah, okay, let's see, we're going to do the next live action remake. Oh, we'll do Little Mermaid. And so it's like they're just I think they're trying to set up their own live action universe, but you're doing what's been done already. Just give us these timeless animated classics and more Pixar films, because I mean those are enjoyable.
Yeah, and my favorite Disney Pixar movie is WALL-E. It was Cars originally, but now it's WALL-E because, basically robots got me into Star Wars. Self-explanatory. And
Yeah,
honestly,
original content.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not. And the thing is that I don't know if sequels are really counts as original content. Does it?
Sequels they can be sequels can be original. Like you say, let's take I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to figure out the best way to if the story is fresh, then yes, a sequel is a new original concept. As long as the idea is fresh and it's something we've never seen before. That's why it's called a sequel. It's like not to bash on Star Wars, they repeated the whole Death Star idea twice. And then of course Star Killer Base, which was another third fail attempt. So you look into that, it's like, okay, you're doing the same thing again, but you're doing it differently, but you're still doing the same thing, but the idea should be a little more original, fresh. Just like with Empire Strikes Back. That idea was fresh. It was original. It had that twist to it. Return of the Jedi.
Right.
Oh, the Death Star
is because you know how it's going to begin, you know how the middle is going to be, and you know how it's going to end.
Right, exactly. And then
that's the problem.
Yeah, and then you got
that's not something that gets you focused on the movie, you know.
Right.
Like gets you glued to wanting more of it.
Right.
If it's just, you know, if you already know what's going to happen.
Right.
And that's the problem. Like this. What is it? This throughout the movie. Like the Coming to America. I mean, it could be good if they don't dwindle on trying to use, you know, reference the old one too much. You know.
Right.
Like, don't take that the previous movie and just rework it into the second, you know.
Right. I completely agree. And it's like the same thing with Marvel, I guess. Like the let's take I don't know what's a good sequel to a Marvel movie. Captain America: The Winter Soldier, for example. I mean, that idea and concept was new and fresh because there was more to the threat than was originally revealed in the first Captain America movie, and also with Captain America adjusting to the times of the 21st century and so on and so forth. So you really trying to get that perspective from Steve's point of view of how to adjust to the real world. And even when he was sitting with him,
it's new content. It's not really repeating previous content. At least they're doing, you know, obviously Marvel's doing stuff correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, exactly.
And people need to take their cue on it. It's don't just refresh the same content just with new faces but still have the same plot, you know.
Right.
So one of the things which I can't. So this is one of the things. So like I said, I'm just flipping through like a bunch of new stuff. Something that I didn't even know they were making is the Matrix 4. Don't know if you've watched any of the other three.
Oh hell yeah! I watched the hell out of them. I think.
Why?
The Matrix movies in general, or just the fourth Matrix movie?
Just the fourth Matrix movie. I like the three.
Yeah,
It was good.
Yeah,
it ended good.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with them trying to go back into the Matrix. Sure, but calling it the Matrix 4, which is a continuation, no.
Right.
No. Like, come on. Like, I'm fine with like the Matrix something, whatever. Just you don't have to forcefully tie it in with the previous movies, Like, you can start it with like new characters and don't have the previous stuff happening. You can put it like as small references. Yeah,
Right.
They can probably make it good. But if they go and try to put way too much of past stuff into it, then it's not going to be that great. Or if they just decide to do a Star Wars thing and just redo a plot from another movie or previous movies, then it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
Kind of speaking of which, I don't mean to interrupt, but there are my buddy Zach. I don't know his source, so I can't really say. But I heard from Zach, who heard from somewhere, that John Boyega may come back as Finn, and they may make a Duel of the Fates TV series. Like they may turn the original Episode 9 Duel of the Fates script from a movie into a TV series. And honestly, as long as they do it right, I would be completely okay with that. As long as Dave Filoni and or Jon Favreau direct it.
I mean, obviously Jon Favreau should be more into the whole Star Wars genre, because, I mean, it seems like if anyone can save Star Wars, it has to be Jon Favreau. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy, she's a fucking bitch and a cunt,
and a
dumbass. I mean, Jon Favreau, he directed the first Iron Man movie, and that movie just took off into a complete universe, So
yeah, but and again, dude, seriously, if you do have time, please watch the Clone Wars. It is amazing. You will not regret it. It is baller. Because Dave Filoni, while he didn't direct the Clone Wars animated series, he I think he was an executive producer, and I think that's like, I'm not an expert on that kind of stuff, but I mean that's just as important. So he understands everything that goes into this stuff,
right?
Because Dave Filoni actually did direct, I think one, maybe two of the Mandalorian episodes. I think he helped write some of it, and I think while Jon Favreau directed it, he was the supervisor director, or something like that. And Dave Filoni also knows Star Wars. It's not just Jon Favreau. Honestly, both Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are Star Wars gods when it comes to Star Wars content. So ultimately, both of them should be running Lucasfilm. They need to get Kennedy out and all that fun stuff.
Right.
So
let me see how you feel about this. So I wasn't aware this was something that they're doing. This is Rogue One prequel.
Rogue One?
Rogue One prequel. They're not doing a prequel
thing
movie
that they're thinking of doing.
Who they? All right. I know Tyler's a Star Wars expert here. I saw Rogue One when I was overseas and stuff like that. I enjoyed it because it felt like, okay, that explains a lot between Episode 3 how Princess Leia got the plans to the Death Star. So that had that little nice little chunk of getting tossed into the mix of how things will progress for the next movies after, that's great, trying to set it up. But how in the hell are they going to do a prequel when it's already been done? Because we already got the answers we needed of how Princess Leia.
It's a prequel to go around Cassian.
Yeah, so
What the fuck is
what I was
Cassian?
trying to hold up. What I'm trying to say is it's a series. It's a prequel series of Cassian Andor before Rogue One, before the events of Rogue One.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but
in my opinion.
Oh, come on, dude! It's more storytelling, and it's more. Hold up,
Come up with me.
It's more. Hold up. It's more character developments for Cassian Andor. We don't know much about Cassian Andor other than, okay, he's a ruthless rebel that'll do anything because he shot that one guy that either lost or had an injured arm and couldn't climb the pipes to avoid the stormtroopers. So Cassian was like, all right, well, you're dead. So we need that. We need to know like who Cassian is and how K2 comes into the picture, because yeah, he is a reprogrammed KX series security droid, but I mean, do they shoot him and then just reprogram him on the spot, or like what's going on there? Is Cassian following a lead and then K2 catches him and then shoots him and then finds a way to reprogram him, or does he have like what happens? I mean, don't get me wrong. I do agree they should do more original content, but there's nothing wrong with revisiting eras and expanding on it. As long as it's not, as long as they don't like, I guess, dwell on it to the point where it's like, okay, there's like too much information here. Just give me the basics and let's move on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean,
that's what they're doing. Is just giving you way too much info on so they're gonna have a sequel on him or a pre-sequel on him. I mean, what's gonna stop them from pre-sequeling every main character from the other movies? Just doing a backstory of every single one of them. That's just way too much info.
Well, here's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand and agree with what you're saying, but
here's the thing. Here's what I want to see. I want to see the origins of Jedi.
I know, but hold on. What I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep chiming in, but this is really important for me to tell you. Not everyone watches. Not everyone checks out the comics. Not everyone checks out every outlet of Star Wars. There are some casual fans that just check out the movies, maybe the Clone Wars, possibly Rebels.
I'm one of those casual people. I'm one of them. I don't read the comics.
Right.
Again.
And so for those who don't, and they watch, and they either watch or don't watch Rebels or Clone Wars, and they see or hear about, say, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and you don't watch the series, any of the Star Wars series, or read the books, then you're not going to know who the hell Grand Admiral Thrawn is. You're not going to know who Ahsoka Tano is. You're not going to know who Asajj Ventress is, etc., etc. So, in that regard, while I fully agree they should do original content, but for those casual fans that don't look into the books and everything like that, then I could see why they would do a series on Grand Admiral Thrawn or a series on Ezra Bridger for the events of the new era, him in the new era, or whatever. That's all I'm trying to get at. I guess like for those who, I guess they're trying to cater to all parties is what I'm basically trying to say. Those who love to watch stuff, those who love to read stuff. And I'm perfectly okay with that. And honestly, I'm more of a watcher than a reader, so I'm perfectly fine with it as long as they don't, as long as they, I guess, don't do it to unnecessary characters. Like I love R2D2, but I mean, it's common knowledge.
I'm just waiting until they do a prequel of Finn. Just waiting for that.
Yeah, I'm sure some article's gonna say, "Oh, they're gonna do a prequel of Finn," and it's not gonna be true because it's probably gonna be from the hashtag show or We Got This Covered or whatever. Because honestly, unless it's coming from the most reliable sources like IGN and StarWars.com, it ain't happening.
You know what I want to see?
But
I want to see that one chick Rose from the was it the other Star Wars movies, the newer prequel, the newer movies, and just have her have a complete like 30-minute sex scene with Finn, just so, because I mean she had a thing for him, so I mean it's like, come on, just fucking do it.
I think a 30-second Google search you'll probably find that already.
What's that?
Yeah. That probably exists.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
people are probably
Don't doubt yourself
on that because they have way too much free time. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and there's probably you know, I mean, I don't want to harp on Star Wars, but it was kind of stupid when Ben Solo died. You know, to be honest, I thought it was kind of dumb.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, it's like, you know, and then we don't talk, I mean, that movie was kind of crap, to be honest, but
which is why
you have to admit,
the movies were okay. Sure.
yeah, true.
But you have to admit, it was way better than The Last Jedi.
Oh, I completely agree.
Shit.
I completely agree with that. I mean, they could have freaking gave Luke Skywalker a better end. No. Oh, let's just have him be in a astral form and somehow physically fight against Ben Solo, or I mean Kylo Ren, and just freaking just die on the planet. It's like, dude, you're fucking serious? And they could have brought the green lightsaber back, but no, let's not bring the green. But let's.
In regards to them trying to dwell in the past movies and tying them in too much, because that's what happens, is that they want to go away from the old stuff, which then makes people hate them for the new movies because they fuck it up, like you said, where he just disappears, and you know, it's just, yeah, that's kind of stupid. But again, the problem is if you put too much detail into the past, then people are still going to want to see the past stuff, you know?
True, yeah.
That, and
it makes sense if you think about it. Because what's the other route? Make the new movie strictly about him and just only him, and not about the new character, you know, the new actors that are in the movies, you know?
Right, yeah.
You're going to get that situation, which is, like I said, I mean, I get that, you know, they want to keep making Star Wars. Is just, I think they should stop putting so much past actors and stuff in, like, tying into the movie, and then you're going to have a lot of people that are going to hate it because, again, they put them in there for a little bit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Like, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you guys. It was garbage the way they had Luke go out, but I mean,
how else are you going to get him out? That's the thing.
That, and the other thing is that he's only in his 60s. I mean, that's not that. I mean, that's old, but it's not that old.
Right.
You know, and you know,
like I said, is that they want to revamp Star Wars with new people in it.
Right.
You know, younger people. if they focus strictly on the old cast, that kind of puts you in a bad spot. I mean, look with Leia. I mean, she died, so
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys make a point there. It's just that, you know,
and wasn't it Rogue One with what's that one dude that he's like completely animated that people hated?
Governor Mark Tarkin? Tarkin, yeah, Tarkin.
Yeah.
Grand Moff Tarkin.
Again, there you go.
Yeah.
It's little things like that that people will vote will. This is how like society is nowadays. They focus on one problem of anything, and they just everything else is just trash. You know.
But here's the thing: they had to have Tarkin there because he was, he was the head honcho of the Death Star in A New Hope.
Right.
So to not have him there, it would not make sense at all.
I don't disagree that he needed to be in it. But again, it comes to that situation where people are going to focus on that and say the whole movie's crap.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Like
and
Luke,
people really
I mean, just because how they had Luke die and how that whole situation, or with freaking Han. I mean, they focus on that hatred part, and the rest of the movie's crap. You know.
Right.
Well, here's the thing.
Because they butcher the writing for those characters because they want to get them out of the series. You know.
I mean, that's not always the case, but I think it is with the sequels. But the thing is, well, fuck. I mean, you guys keep interrupting me, and I keep losing my points. What was I gonna say? Shit.
Hey, you did say that you didn't want to ramble on too much.
This is true.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I still want to get my point across. Shit. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't know if force projecting is like the most powerful thing you can do as a force ability in the new canon, and I don't know if that supposedly like takes all or almost all the energy out of you. Because that's the thing, Disney and Lucasfilm, they used to expand on everything. Now they don't, really and truly. And that's the problem, or one of the problems is they don't expand on stuff like they used to. Like, and I'm not gonna go on a droid tangent, but like all the astromech models, they would tell you in Legends, hey, this R2 does this. This R5 is glitchy and it's bad because of these glitchy reasons. And the R4s aren't good co-pilots, but they make great hard drives. Shit like that. Nowadays, it's like, fuck the information. You see it, that's all you get. And that's what they need to start doing. They need to start providing more information.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. And I don't know if it was
not tying in too much of the previous movies.
That too, yes. And I think they kind of did this with the R0 droids, where basically it's existing droids with a cheap head replacement. I don't know if they said it through a website, and then or a website got some kind of source from Lucasfilm or whatever. I don't know, but I mean that would explain it for the R0s in The Force Awakens. But as far as Target goes, and that's that. As far as Target goes in Rogue One, they did get the voice actor from the Clone Wars to voice Tarkin and even Rebels. I forget his name, but he was there, voiced Tarkin while they did the whole CGI face. And I know the CGI isn't perfect on the Tarkin and Leia faces, but I mean, people need to get the fuck over shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie. It's not supposed to be the most realistic thing ever, especially with something like Star Wars, or even shit like Marvel or DC or well, God, I hope people don't expect the the most realistic shit from Transformers, because Transformers makes about as much sense as I don't know, just Transformers has no logic. Star Wars has little to no logic without some plot armor to back it up, and I will fully admit that. And I'm a Star Wars guy, and just everything like that. Same for Marvel and DC. So I guess I'm not saying people shouldn't be bothered by little things, because we're human, we're like that. But one little thing and then they hate an entire movie? What the fuck, people? Get your life together.
Yep.
That's why they need to do original stuff and not tie in too many of the previous characters to it. Like The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all can agree that's a great freaking TV series.
Yeah, and they are supposed
because
to...
it's all original. Well, I can't really say it's all original. I mean, sure, it's, there's those already, like, stories and stuff about it, but it's not, like, super tied into the previous movies,
Right.
Right. And the thing is they are supposed to bring Ahsoka from Clone Wars and Rebels and Sabine Wren from Rebels in, and I really hope they do, but I hope they don't go overboard with them, and they just help Mando and telling him, hey, you need help finding the Jedi or the Force wielders or whatever. You need to go to this planet or to here or whatever, and that's all they really.
The TV series, they're from the TV series, the animated one.
Yeah, they're both from. Ahsoka's from both the Clone Wars and Rebels, and Sabina's just from Rebels.
Oh, hopefully it doesn't ruin it for you.
I mean, here's the
thing. I said, they tie in too much with other stuff they've made.
Well, here's the thing. Would I rather have Ashley Eckstein play Ahsoka? Absolutely. But Rosario Dawson is a really good actress, so I'm going to give her a try, and if she's cool, then cool. If she's not, then I'm going to act like she's Ashley Eckstein and move on with life. And Sasha Banks in the Hood. Hold up. And Sasha Banks in the Hood in Mando Season 2, the first trailer, I think she's going to play Sabine. Don't quote me on that because it's unknown, but I think she's going to play Sabine. I could be wrong about that, though.
Yeah. So like The Mandalorian, where it's kind of somewhat new content that, new stories that it doesn't dwell too much on the past movies or stuff. This is why I truly think if they're gonna bring back Star Wars the right way, and I'm talking about the movies, is them going somewhere in the past for the Jedi history that before any of the other Star Wars movies came out. Like, go back then. Like, Jedi Origins or what have you. Like, just bring something before any of the movies came out.
Are they,
Right.
Are they
where Jedi were at the highest peak of the, of being or whatever, or just the origins of it. I would love to see that as a movie.
Oh, I would too. And kind of speaking of originality, you know how IG-11 is an IG series assassin droid in The Mandalorian?
Okay.
And you know how in The Empire Strikes Back, you have IG-88, who is as well an IG series assassin droid?
Mm-hmm.
Fun little fact about that. Dave Filoni, I mean, there's multiple there's multiple IG assassin droids, like in the Clone Wars, there's this one called IG-86, but Dave Filoni had this, I believe it was Dave Filoni, maybe it was him and Jon Favreau, I forget who, but I think it was for sure Dave Filoni that said, or that wanted to bring in an IG assassin droid, but he didn't want to bring in IG-88 because he didn't want to disappoint fans with, messing up the current lore and Legends material for IG-88. So that's why he and Jon Favreau created IG-11. So they technically made an original character, even though it's the same type of droid.
Sounds like some pretty interesting shit. Not to get on the Star Wars wagon even more, but aren't they supposed to be doing a Knights of the Old Republic movie, or what's up with that?
Yeah, about that, the Game of Thrones directors were supposed to do that, and I think there were a bunch of writing disagreements and creative disagreements and everything like that. So that's a no-go, unfortunately.
Well, that fucking sucks. Fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah. It really fucking sucks, because Darth Revan is technically canon, because with the Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary, there's an artifact from him that says, hey, this is Darth Revan such and such, and gives a brief bio about it. So Knights of the Old Republic is technically canon in the Star Wars universe, but we're not going to get that, at least for some time, which fucking sucks.
What?
And I beg and plead that Disney Lucasfilm please get Keanu Reeves to play Darth Revan.
Right. So, since this is supposed to be our little Halloween-y special, do you guys have a favorite horror movie series, or just a horror movie you've ever seen? Like, do you have a certain favorite?
I don't watch horror movies.
Okay, Dan.
I can't think of one off the top of my head. Give me a second.
Okay.
Looking them up.
Well,
can we say what horror games we're into?
The Chucky movie.
Chucky, really? Chucky, that fucking possessed deranged doll? You like those movies?
Oh, pretty decent.
That's fucking great. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I don't really watch it. I don't really watch a whole lot of horror movies.
Yeah, neither do I. I mean,
Is Saw really considered a horror movie? I'm assuming not.
I consider that being a very. Yeah, I guess you could say that's a horror movie. A very impractical horror movie on top of that.
I like watching those.
Yeah, I mean, very creative ways to kill a person, but at the same time, if I was ever in a Saw situation, they told me to eat a box of crayons, and because
and like the whole the whole puzzle thing between all the movies is pretty interesting.
Right. It's like,
is what I find interesting about it.
Oh, do you want to play a game? One of these, there's been a poison that's been injected into you. One of these boxes that are filled with crayons has the antidote. Okay, I'll eat the crayons. Freaking have it be a Marine, just eat the crayons. Like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then the Saw guy's like, what the fuck? Just yeah, Chucky, that's pretty intense shit. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I haven't really watched a lot of movies with that possessed, deranged doll, but one movie horror series I've completed was the Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell. I don't know if you guys ever saw those, but I would recommend watching them sometime. They're pretty.
I watched the TV series.
The TV series is pretty good. I like the TV series. I really do.
The TV series is awesome.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
I hate that it's over.
I know. It's just left with such a fucking cliffhanger. It's like, what the fuck?
Yes. Where? What was it? It looks like he's like fucking. It's like apocalyptic Earth now.
Yeah.
At the end.
Yeah. It's like fuck. And then he's like driving around his Delta with some sort of cybernetic cyber chick or some shit like that who's hot as fuck.
Yes.
It's like, come on, why didn't we get more of this shit? You know, and then
because he wants to do other things and he doesn't want to read.
Right. Yeah.
Constantly, same thing.
True. But
I guess I don't know. Really, they have Resident Evil as a horror movie. It's not really a horror movie, to be honest.
I mean, it's also a game too. So I mean, I really don't have a favorite horror game. Tyler, you said
I played a couple of them.
Right.
I mean, the only one I've played is Bendy and the Ink Machine, but not counting counting the ones I've seen, I really enjoy the lore and the gameplay and the visuals and everything like that of Until Dawn. Holy shit, dudes! I've seen Jacksepticeye play that a couple times. I love that game. I honestly do want to play it for myself. If I do play it, I will probably shit my pants because there are some scary and terrifying things in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, for the most part, it is really good. Like your biggest enemy, it's about this group of kids that are in the mountains, and there are these monsters called the Wendigos, and oh my god, guys, they're like zombie, creepy, crawling monsters.
Right.
Huh?
Right. I'm listening. Continue.
They mimic. They can mimic voices. So say all of us were in the mountains hiking, and it was dark. We all split up, or two of us split up from the other two. We could hear if Wendigos are close by. We could hear them mimic the other two or three people's voices. It's creepy, but
This is why in any horror situation, you sit together as a group, packing AR-15s or shotguns, and make sure no motherfucker tries to fuck with you. And if you die, make sure you have a claymore strapped to your chest with front toward enemy, so when that fucker comes on you, you just pull the fucking pin and just be like, hey, if I'm going out swinging, motherfucker.
Yeah. So yeah, I really enjoy Until Dawn, even though I haven't played it. I still enjoy watching the gameplay. Bendy and the Ink Machine is pretty fun, but Bendy and the Dark Survival, I'll have to see. The Dark Survival looks darker than the first game, so I'm really excited for that in that regard. Slenderman, I've seen gameplay of, and I've heard more about, and the gameplay doesn't seem that creepy unless you die. The lore behind it, though, is pretty scary. Or I wouldn't say pretty scary. It is a bit creepy.
Right.
But I can't really say anything for Man of Medan because it's kind of lame, to be honest. Because basically it's just toxic gas that fucks with you and makes you see creepy shit, and that's kind of lame.
Right.
Dead Space 2 is pretty decent for a horror game.
Oh, I haven't heard of Dead Space.
It's kind of like an aliens game with fucking shit popping up and trying to kill you and stuff.
I'll check that out.
I'm trying to find what the other game is. I need to start playing this game again. It's some Russian Koholat. I think that's what the game's called. It's like a haunting, weird, freaking horror game that definitely looks interesting. I played a bit of it, and it definitely there's a decent amount of jump scares. It's like a Russian game or something like that. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and then there's this, and then there's this one. It's more of a horror character with multiple fan-made games surrounding it. It was made by someone in Canada. I forget the name. I'll probably find it out after all this, and then I'll be like, oh shit, I should have found it out to begin with. But the monster is called Siren Head. It's a 40-foot tall monster of bone and flesh, and he doesn't have a head unless you. Well, he doesn't have a normal head. He instead, for a head and neck, he has a pole with two sirens sticking up from his body, and cords tangling around the pole-like neck and plugging into his chest and back. And here, let me see. I did save the photo with all the details about him. And it's not a lot. It's just stuff like he's 40 feet. He's around 40 feet tall, about the size of a telephone pole. Skin looks like rusty metal, but is actually dried and mummified skin. Arms are as long as the length of the body, with a big reach.
Is that from like a movie or something, or is that just a meme thing that people started?
It's not a meme. Like I said, someone made it. I forget who, but the creepiest part is okay, let me see here. Okay, so he mimics sound. So that's one thing that he does, and he does it to kind of lure in his prey. And this is kind of the creepy part. Will remain motionless while hunting, sometimes for days at a time. So you could be walking through the woods in Toronto, on the border of Canada, and this guy could be watching you, about to eat you, and you wouldn't know it.
Ooh, so scary.
You played Fear 3 before?
No.
Nope.
It's somewhat of a horror game. It's like a FPS horror game. It's pretty decent.
I love it.
Nice. Horror games I know of that
What's
I've
that?
ever played.
Nice.
I like these categories for these movies that are horror, like adventure horror. Yes, the Scooby-Doo movies definitely horror. How?
Oh my gosh.
Jaws. I don't know. Is that really horror?
Not really. No, it's just more suspense.
Pitch Black. Like.
You know, it's funny that the Scooby Doo movies was supposed to be the original Scooby Doo movie was apparently supposed to be rated R, and I think they're gonna make it like more of like a stoner comedy, and I mean, and I think there's gonna be a lot more sexual more sexual references. and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the movie was supposed to be a little more.
Zombieland, like a zombies. I don't get
Zombieland's
how
a great movie.
categories that's a horror.
It's more of a comedy.
I know it's a great movie. I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I still need to watch the second one.
Oh, dude, you got it. It was fucking great.
I love the first one, but like, I don't get how it's. I mean, I guess the adventure part takes it down from being horror.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharknado. That's on this list. Like, why?
So, all right.
Ooh, Jennifer's Body. That's
So,
a important movie.
All of us have seen The Walking Dead, right?
I did. I stopped watching after a while.
Yeah, same here.
It just
Yeah.
started becoming a what's the type of TV series? It started becoming crap. What the hell did it start becoming? No, it's an actual thing that people like to watch. It became a drama TV show.
Oh yeah.
Well, I haven't seen The Walking Dead. Well, actually, I take that back. I tried it, and I didn't care for it.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I watched it. You know, I watched a couple seasons. I just kind of lost interest in it. I'm like, dude, just like they're doing the same thing every year, over and over again, killing zombies.
It became more of a drama TV show.
Yeah,
it was less about surviving and that, and became more of a drama TV series around zombies. I mean, I lost interest. I lost interest around just before the one dude got his head smashed in.
Oh, Glenn?
Like before that series. Yeah, like before that season, I just lost interest before that.
Yeah, I just kind of lost interest all in general because it was just like I just really didn't care for it much anymore. You know, it's just like, okay, well, let's do the same thing over and over again every year and kill a shit ton of zombies. Let's have these comic book references from the comic books. It's just like, okay, well, you're telling the same story over and over again, and you're bringing these new characters, and then all of a sudden you're killing them off. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know. But anywho, I don't know what was that, Dan? Or who's talking?
It was me.
Oh, what's up, Dan?
Hold up. What the fuck is? Oh, that's just. Oh, never mind. I will say. I just remembered. I don't remember the name of it, but I just remembered I did see a PG-13 horror movie. Probably almost a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And it was about this one lady. About this one ghost girl that was causing mayhem in this town, and then this teen girl, it was a horror mystery, and this teen girl with her friends, both new and old, I think, they ended up. They ended up trying to solve the mystery of this one ghost girl. So the ghost girl, when she was alive, was put into a mental hospital because her family was abusive to her, and there was nothing wrong with her, and because she was treated pretty much like dog shit. She pretty much haunted the town, and then because she was framed for being like insane or something like that, and then I don't remember everyone's name or anything like that. Like I said, I've only seen it once. Well, I didn't say that, but I've only seen it once. Like I said, I've seen it probably almost a year ago,
right,
more or less. And yeah, so and then this one teenager, she solves the mystery. She talks to her and it's like, you know, is like, hey, we'll tell your story. Just please stop haunting the town. And the ghost lady was like, all right. And so the friends that the ghost lady took from the teen girl are still missing, and they kind of go into a vague continuation ending where it's like, you know, are they moving away? Are they moving out of that town? Is she trying to go find her friends? What's going on? You know, that kind of thing.
Right.
So, and it was a good movie. It was weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Well, we're almost about 2 hours into the show here. Let's move on to our asshole of the month.
Yeah, I'm back.
What's that?
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
My for some reason voice meter crashed, so
Oh shit.
I couldn't hear anything.
Shit. All right. Well, anyways, like I was saying, we've been almost 2 hours into the show. I mean, I know we do a lot very long shows, but I think we'll just get into the asshole of the month segment, and we'll talk a little bit more, and then we'll call it a night if that sounds good with you guys.
All right.
Okay, so well, I mean, I got a bunch of assholes, but let's start with Dan. Dan, do you have any assholes of the month?
My own.
Your own asshole? So, piece of shit. That's fucking great. That's awesome.
Burn.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to have an asshole of the month.
No, an asshole.
Like I always say, I really don't give a shit about anyone's opinion on me.
Not
People
true.
are stupid.
They are.
That's just how
dumb.
the society is.
Yeah.
So, asshole of the month is everyone.
That is great. Tyler.
Okay, so Miranda, she would rather ditch me, or not ditch me, but
They're you under
she
the
would
bus.
rather not be with me. I mean, granted, she wasn't the greatest looking girl. I mean, she wasn't the ugliest, but she wasn't the prettiest either. And because of political views, different views on Star Wars, which I'm not going to get into, but
Dude, we're talking about assholes, and if you want to get into it, man. It's all on you.
Well, here's the thing, and I mean, I don't, and Dan, I don't know what kind of political views you have, so
Dan doesn't give a fuck.
Okay, so
They're both retarded.
Yep.
That's my political view.
They honestly are. But here's the thing: she's a Democrat, so just because I haven't researched politics and because I only go off with what I see and hear and everything like that, she didn't really call me a dumbass, but I kind of get that feeling that she's like, hey, you can't have political views if you don't look it up, which isn't. Looking stuff up does help, but it's not entirely true. I mean, because to me, it's like, look, if you know what needs to be done and everything like that, it's all good. But the funny thing is that she would rather support brainless, creepy Biden instead of Trump, which granted, Trump has his own problems, don't get me wrong, but Biden is a dumbass, a pervert, and he doesn't need to be in office. And between the two, he for sure does it. So there was that, and it's funny. And that kind of leads me to the whole Star Wars part of it. She would support brainless creepy Biden, excuse me. But yeah, she says I support bitch boy Skywalker, even though she doesn't. If she was a true Star Wars fan, she would get Anakin Skywalker, which clearly she doesn't, because she says she loves the sequels. So I'm pretty sure I dodged a bullet there, because I don't hate the sequels, but I don't love them. And Anakin's not a bitch. He's whiny, yeah, but so is Luke. You know, both. I guess the Skywalkers are just whiny in the first two movies of each trilogy. I don't know why, but that's just the case.
Right.
And all I'm going to say about Anakin is the only excuse he has for being whiny is he was a slave until he was 9. Then he was found by Qui-Gon Jinn and promised to become a Jedi and do great things, and only to be passed on to Obi-Wan because Qui-Gon died, and now he's a slave all over again, basically. So he has an excuse to be a little whiny. So yeah, she doesn't get it, and she calls me a terrible kisser when she's the second girl out of 4 girls I've seen that I've kissed, and it's not my fault she sticks her tongue in my mouth, when she kisses me. And there's a couple other things. She doesn't like how I talk to my mom, or she doesn't like how I talk about my mom, which, I mean, sure, that's understandable because girls have this mentality of you treat your mom how you treat your girl, or whatever. But at the same time, I wouldn't think that my girlfriend or future wife or whatever would nag at me every time I bought a new figure, or I did this or did that or whatever, or give me the death stare when I'm eating breakfast. Because my mom did do that at one point before I went into work, and I did not appreciate that. And the other thing is my not points or views, but my views on the LGBTQ plus community or whatever. Look, if you're gay, if you're bi, if you're straight, if you're lesbian, if you're whatever, I don't give a fuck as long as you're.
Maybe get a little off the rails there for a minute, but I mean, if you still want to talk, Tyler, it's fine. It's just try to avoid that right now.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Look, the point is, as long as you're a decent human being and you're one of those things, I don't care. I'll respect you. And you're right. I should back up before I piss people off, because I don't want to piss anyone off.
Right. Yeah.
Because the point is this: it doesn't matter your sexuality or whatever you are, your gender, your sexuality. As long as you're a decent human being, that's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So, but she just because
she got to you, man. She really got to you, and what she did was unjustified. And I mean, I think that's pretty much about it. You nailed it. You did your best, what you can for her, and she forced certain things upon you that you didn't want to talk about. And that's the thing with me and my girlfriend. We try to be very wary of what we talk about because we don't want to hurt or offend one another. And what she did to you was unjustifiable and set you up for failure. to say, oh yeah, okay, yep, I know this, I knew exactly. She's probably thinking, yep, I knew he was going to say that. Now I'm going to be like say something completely else and completely different. So she set you up for massive failure, and overall she screwed you over, dude. She screwed you over big time.
Yeah.
And that's you're gonna, and then now, so when the next time when you ever do find the next girl, you'll know about what you have learned a very valuable lesson for the next girl you do eventually inevitably date.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
Oh well, or you can be like Dan and just have no girlfriend.
I mean, that's not what I want, but I know it's gonna happen.
Were you doing a fake cry there for a second?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm just fucking with you, Dan. I'm just fucking with you, but yeah. Just Tyler, don't be so hard. Don't be so hard on yourself. And just hang in there, man. You know, that's all you can do right now. What was that, Dan?
I thought, don't be stingy.
Yeah, don't be stingy. Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, it's an inside joke.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so I guess we'll move on to myself about assholes of the month, and I have a lot.
You are definitely an asshole.
I know I am. I'm just a terrible fucking individual. I'm just a fucking asshole, and I'm never gonna change. So, all right.
Change right now, you son of a bitch.
Mate, why don't you make me, you fucking... I'll slap you on the I'll slap you on the pretty face, you fucking motherfucker. Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Joke's on you. My face ain't pretty.
I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you in your precious, pretty mouth, boy. Right across that face.
Call me daddy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Call me daddy. Oh fuck.
No, you won't.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Oh my god. Good times, good times. So anyways, all right, so I got a couple assholes a month. So anyways, first asshole is the one of the managers at the gym. So anyways, I was getting my ab workout in. And, you know, with the whole coronavirus thing, you have to wipe down and clean practically everything. Even though in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, I was like, this is fucking stupid. I mean, it's just, I mean, I still have mixed feelings about this whole virus bullshit. I mean, we're still struggling with it. I mean, I get that. I mean, I completely understand that, yes, it's a serious thing, but there are people who are taking it way too over the top. So I'm at the gym, right? I'm getting my workout in. I'm getting some of my abs in. And one of the managers is like, hey, you got to wipe that down. And, like, you know, there's people here. I'm like, well, these people that go to the gym are usually older than me on top of that. So I'm like thinking to myself, I am going to wipe everything down when I'm done with my abs. And I do like 5 sets of abs with about 15 to 20 repetitions. And once I'm done, and when I'm done with that first set, I take a rest. So I'm like, okay, well, all right, fine. I was just like, okay, fine, no, fuck this, I'm done. So I was just so fucking salty about it. I was just like, fucking hell, it was just fucking bullshit. Another couple other assholes of the month. Hold on. All right, so these two assholes probably caused the Packers game for us are Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. They were caught in a mic moment ridiculing the military flyover before the NFL game with the Buccaneers versus the Packers. For one, anyone, Joe, Troy, anyone can do your fucking job. Just sit in a fucking booth and just talk. Just talk. Anyone can do your fucking job. And no one would give a fuck less about you because all you do is just sit there in your air-conditioned booth while the players do the real job. And another thing, you know what? Freaking military flyovers are a freaking long-time tradition, including in the Super Bowls. And those soldiers that serve overseas, they like to sit down, take the time, watch and enjoy a game, knowing that, hey, even though that they can't be home, seeing what they do for all of us, including you motherfuckers that make probably millions of dollars, watch saying like, hey, I'm serving my nation and country very, very proudly. So fuck both y'all. Fuck both y'all. A couple other assholes are liberals. Because
fuck liberals.
Fuck liberals, yeah. So anyways, there was like this Avengers get together, and it was about a political thing. I'm not going to get into too many details about it of who was there, but Chris Pratt, our Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy, and he played in the Jurassic World movies, was not there because of his own beliefs, because he is not politically associated with any side of Democrat or Republican. So the next thing that happens is that liberal fucking Hollywood and a bunch of other assholes go against his Christian beliefs, his own political beliefs, because he stands on neither nor side, and he gets ridiculed for it. For no fucking reason. Just because.
What the fuck?
Exactly. So he gets fucking attacked for it, and it's like, okay, really? For real? Just because he doesn't want to be part of this bullshit doesn't mean that he's a decent human being. He's a Christian man on top of that, and he doesn't seem like a bad guy at all either. And it's just like why does liberal Hollywood go against these people that don't think like them? It's like, what the fuck? And Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, they were like, hey, Chris Pratt, we're with you, man. Even though Mark Ruffalo's political views are of Democratic, but still he's making sure that he watches out for his friend. You see, the thing is, you don't have to pick a fucking political side just because you can't be friends with one another. That's the thing. It's
Exactly.
like we cannot let this fucking bullshit with the coronavirus divide us of who we are. There and including of who we vote for president. Yeah, I mean, it's like, yeah, probably most of us, we could have definitely picked a better candidate for both sides. But us Americans, we're dumb as a box of rocks, I think, some days. Some days.
For a lot of days.
Yeah. Dan, what do you say about that?
I say fuck Hollywood.
You have no idea?
I have no opinion.
You have no opinion. So, I mean, I didn't mean to get political there, but I just, just keeping up with the news and stuff like that, and hopefully that 2021 brings us makes us much more prosperous, and that we become stronger, and yeah, and hopefully we can all get along and just watch each other's backs,
And don't get me wrong, I hope the same thing, but let's face it, it's not going to happen.
2021.
At least not for a really long time, because people are so one-sided and closed-minded. It's really sad.
It is. But hopefully 2021 brings a lot more prosper, and for all of us, including in the United States of America and the rest of the world, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
That's...
And also, I just want to chime in and say, God bless Chris Pratt. He's fucking awesome.
And and two of his co-stars were RDJ, and also not only that, but Josh Brolin said a couple things too. I mean, they're trying to make sure that he doesn't get so ridiculed just for something that he believes in, and we should not be ridiculed for that. We all have different beliefs, different. We're all different. We're human beings. We're not droids. That's a good analogy. We could say we're not droids, and yeah, that's about it. That's all I really have to say. But Sex Chris wasn't here. We literally let the show go on for almost 2 hours waiting for him to show up. Hopefully he'll be around the next one. Tyler,
Chris has resigned from the show.
Well, oh yeah, right. Just as
what did you say?
He said Chris has officially resigned from the show.
I'm co-host. I call it.
All right. Well, Tyler, you got anything else to finish off the show for tonight?
Not really. Other than I mean, I think I pretty much said it earlier, but again, I just hope that we're more open-minded to each other, because ultimately, at the end of the day, this is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
If we just not necessarily got rid of the whole presidential candidate or whatever BS, but if we had like some kind of thing where we had both Republican and Democrat sides working together to better our country, we would be in such a better shape. But at least in my opinion and from what I've seen, because and again, I dated a Democrat for a very short period of time, so I have a little slight experience on their point of views, and plus I'm not gonna say who, but a collecting buddy from SH Figure Wars, Star Wars, and Marvel Facebook groups. For both of those groups, he's a Democrat as well, but we still get along pretty decently. I mean, we agree on that, and I mean, I just wish it would happen already, but something's got to give, dude.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, Dan, any final thoughts?
Nope. I don't have anything.
All right. Well, thanks for. Just want to say thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Hopefully, Chris did not resign from the show. And hopefully next month we'll have a guest. And I mean, my final thoughts are, yeah, that's pretty much about it. I just want to say a special thank you to those who have subscribed to the channel. Special thanks to my the other hosts, Tyler, Dan, Chris. Even though he was not here with us tonight, he was here in spirit. And fuck Corona. And hopefully we all stay healthy, stay safe, and can beat this thing. And yeah, that's about it. So all of us here from the Fanboys Studios channel, this is the F-Team Podcast signing off. And